Hello everyone, welcome back to the DaniyalZi Show, episode 6. We are with one of the fastest growing real estate agents in Ottawa today, Anna Tran.
Hi.
And we're going to be talking with some real estate knowledge, get really into the subject, see the marketing, see the trends, and see what's going on. All right, let's get started.
Let's do it.
All right, Anna, a lot of, for the real estate industry, now it seems like everything is going really fast, and for a new real estate agent to come out and really hit Ottawa's market like this, you have to really have the hustle. So what were you doing before? How did you really get into that hustle? How did you get into that drive that really is required in that industry? Like in high school, were you still within that kind of knowledge and
Yeah, so it's kind of funny how I started actually. I grew up in a very immigrant household. My parents immigrated here from Vietnam, and we grew up in a pretty nice neighborhood, but nice as in everyone else had everything fancy and I didn't. So at a young age, I had to really hustle just to get the materialistic stuff that everyone else had, and then the hustle just became a part of me. And I actually got into the real estate industry because I was working at a bar when I was younger. I served breakfast at this place called Broadway.
This is in high school?
Yeah, when I was in high school, grade 11, 12, I was serving breakfast at a place called Broadway. So one day,
I know Broadway's.
Yeah, Broadway's Portobello. It's like the best hangover food in the city, the best home fries. I think the location I worked at was the best, but I'm a bit biased. So one day I was serving this guy and I thought, oh my God, he's so cute. It was kind of a funny joke. Everyone there had a little crush on him. I was just trying to make small talk and he had a real estate folder. So I said, oh, you're into real estate, cool. And I was like 16 at the time, right? I didn't know anything about real estate. And he said, oh, you're interested? Well, you should come work for us, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. Why not? And then a week later, he's really good friends with my boss at the time. So they gave him my information and I started interning there. I started doing the marketing, the admin work. And then right after high school, throughout high school, I always tried really hard to get good marks. I wanted to go to Queen's, I wanted to go to business school, I wanted to get a really good degree. But then one day I was working there and they said, you know, with that 4 years and $48,000 in tuition, you can maybe down pay a house and have passive income. You know, can you get a lead today and can you close it? And it really started spinning the wheel,
right?
It started spinning the wheel in my head and I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna go straight for real estate. I'm working with awesome people and school will always be there if I wanted to go for it. And I think that was the best decision I've made.
Wow.
I love school. I would never tell someone not to go to school, but know yourself, know your strengths and your weaknesses. And I am definitely someone who enjoys the hustle and the thrill of the chase. So
well, you like that
loved
passion,
it.
right? First you got into it because you were just interested in real estate, but then
started learning about it, and it's an ever-changing industry. Like you said, there's 3,700 realtors, and it's the best of the best will stay in, right?
Exactly. So, no, and especially in Ottawa, it's really growing, and
yes,
and getting to that market. So when you got into market, you were like, okay, wow, with the amount that I'm gonna spend in school, I can like literally buy a house.
They put it into perspective for me, and it's great if you're going to school for something you're really passionate about. If you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, whatever it is. But for me, I really did love real estate, so it was completely worth it for me.
Well, it's about passion, right? If you're like, school shouldn't be done for money like any other industry. It should be done for your passion, and that's where you're getting the education. And if you're in real estate, you're probably learning, you probably have more knowledge in real estate.
It is real estate, real life, whether it's charity work. I'm part of things like the Chamber of Commerce. I was able to meet amazing people just through the networking. I met you through networking, through the industry, and I've learned so much over the past few years of selling real estate.
When you were first starting, I love asking this question to realtors because it's that. I think that's when they really start like realizing what they're into. When did you get your first deal? How did you get it?
How did I get it? My first deal? Well, I started doing a lot of rentals to begin with. I don't know if that counts. Some people count them, some people don't. I was doing small rental deals and then worked up to a big deal. I got my first deal because it was an hour east drive out from Ottawa, and no one else wanted to do it. I said, you know what, I'll do it. I'm gonna go get the lead, and that was the first deal I closed in the middle of nowhere.
And this was...
It's a willingness to learn and willingness to do what it takes, and I think...
Absolutely. No one else took it, but you took it, and now you're those, because of that deal, you're still getting those rewards. It's a cool story to have.
Thank you.
So, home sales are really, I think, really strong in Ottawa right now.
Yeah, the market in Ottawa this time of year compared to last year, this time last year, has completely done so much better. Last year was a bit of a dead year, and this year I think we're starting to see a lot of foreign buyers, Toronto buyers coming to Ottawa, and our market's really strong, especially in ends such as Canada, West End, or South End of the city. So.
Well, you've got development everywhere, and at the same time, you have a lot of people who are selling houses. They're, instead of realtors, they're using a software like Grapevine. They're being independent.
Yeah.
So to the people who are watching that right now, why should they choose a realtor over selling their own house?
That's a really popular point. You know, there's amazing platforms like Grapevine and Comfree, and a lot of people try it. And I mean, if you can save money where you can, of course, but realistically, you're not trading real estate every day. You're not selling homes every day. And like you said, the market is ever changing. It's to get global marketing and getting people to your house and making sure the buyers are qualified, and having that barrier between you and the buyer. And a lot of buyers don't trust working with the sellers, because obviously the sellers are working in their best interest, whereas the buyer's agent will work in your best interest.
Well, as far as I know, don't even the legal things come into play?
The legal things, right? Yeah, exactly. Or the staging, the photos, putting it on MLS, everything. Not only that, but if a buyer wants to view your home because realistically, Ottawa is a government city. A lot of people work 9 to 5. And what if a buyer wants to view your home at noon? Who's going to let them in? How are they going to get in? We as realtors also have insurance, so if anything goes wrong, it falls on us. The onus is on us, right? So there's a lot of floating factors that go into it. And not only that, but it's also having a strong negotiator on your side as a seller to negotiate the terms and conditions for you. And I've picked up many listings from Comfree and Grapevine where they say, you know, you think it's so easy until you do it, and you can't sell. So
no, I've seen it. Like any industry, it requires the person to have a network, right?
Yeah, that's it.
It requires the experience, the network. Even in any sort of service-based business, yes, you can do it. Yeah. But do you have
leave it to the pros?
You have the knowledge and the capabilities of that person who spent years learning about it on each and every sort of task. And
I don't pretend to. I am really focused on the clientele. I don't go in with a camera and take photos of your home. We have a professional photographer because that's what they do best. Same with staging. We will have professional home stagers that go in, and we cover this stuff, and they will help you rearrange your furniture so that it shows best, because a lot of times it is the nice staging and the paint colors and the things that the buyers will see that will bring them to your home.
You're doing the staging, doing all this other stuff, and you're doing the marketing, right?
Yes.
You're advertising it on your networks.
That's it.
So that brings me thinking of all the marketing you're doing for your clients. What kind of marketing do you do for yourself?
For myself, so I work on an amazing team with great people, and we do a ton of marketing in the city. So I'm with the Toscana Walker team at Remax, and 27,000 flyers bi-weekly, billboard ads, radio ads, you name it. We try to push the most marketing for your home.
How do you guys work it into the changing trends of digital media? So looking into Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even Snapchat. How are you guys approaching those kind of mediums right now? Are you and yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing it myself. I think you've seen some of my stuff.
Absolutely.
I think it's amazing that you're on social. We push ads on Facebook. We have videos. We're huge on video. If you search up my stuff, you'll see I do a lot of videos myself. And it's having your presence there and having videos for your home or digital tours for your home. So say you live on 123 Apple Street. We'll have 123applestreet.com with a personalized tour of your home, so that whoever you can share with your family, your friends, and all the information will be there.
Just really utilizing all those networks.
Yeah, you have to utilize everything, and people whether it's digital or if they're a downsizer and they're still looking at magazines, it's covering all fronts.
Absolutely, yes. There's no single medium I think is dead, but
What's your target market?
It depends on what you're using. Absolutely. Even on our end, we don't really say like, oh no, that certain thing is dead. People say even on the digital media side, people say Twitter is dead, but it's not.
Yeah.
You can use Twitter to get businesses.
Yeah.
And
but digital is definitely very, very much so alive and strong. And if you're not on it, then
no. And a quick plug: Anna Tran Ottawa. That's your Instagram.
My Instagram, yes. Right? Follow me, Anna Tran Ottawa.
No, that when I went on your Instagram on that last event we were at, I saw your engagement rates. And they were absolutely insane, guys.
Thank you.
The posts and everything, they're completely on point. You're doing it properly. You're doing it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I think that's so incredibly important, especially as a real estate agent where you're the brand, right?
Yes, you are your brand.
You're representing yourself. So doing that is so important.
And even if it's just a regular person or anyone, no matter what field, I think, you are your brand, and that's something you take with you everywhere. It's like the new resume.
Especially now.
Yeah, especially now.
Because before you could get away with just being a company.
Yeah.
In the 60s, 70s, you can get away with being a company. People tell, oh yeah, that guy's legit. But now people want to see the person behind the company.
That's it.
And what they're doing. So with all these changes, where do you think the direction will go in the next 5 years in the real estate marketing industry?
I am really excited to see VR and what's the other one?
AR?
Sorry?
Augmented reality?
Yes, all of that come out. I mean, it's here, it's present, but it's not being utilized to its full potential. And at RE/MAX conferences, they always say, the next thing is going to be no one's walking into homes. They're just going to put on the headset and view the home all around. I've done it myself. I think it's a bit dizzy, but
right now, I think that's at least 5 years out.
It's 5 years out, yeah.
Because of latency, the dizziness, like you said. And
but I'm excited for just new tech. Honestly, tech, media, I love it.
No, on that.
And Facebook Watch.
Facebook Watch.
Facebook Watch, I love it.
Is Facebook Watch available in Canada right now?
I believe it's only available in the States, and it's only available to certain shows before they release it to the public. It's only available.
I'm really excited for that in Canada. Where did you hear about that? I heard it on Gary Vee.
Yeah, Gary Vee for sure.
Yeah, no, and even on my end, I looked at it and I looked at the views. The amount of views you get compared to YouTube and anywhere else,
it's taken over.
Is because not as many people are going to YouTube to watch new content anymore. They watch the old. They keep watching the old channels that have lost subscription, but being new on Facebook is insane.
Well, they say even Facebook's going to take over Google. I caught myself the other day. I needed information, something about mortgage, and I Facebooked it. I know, it was so weird. I was like, did I just fall under this category?
Yeah, you Facebooked some information, and did you find the answer?
I did.
Wow. Because I think another big thing is you directly target groups, communities, so people who are knowledgeable of the field.
That's it.
They're the ones who are getting liked the most and posting their advice. So I think that's super important. And on top of that, just using in general, I saw you're doing a show right now on Facebook.
Yes, Coffee with Company, where I have coffee and I interview company, and I was going to ask you. I'd love to have you on.
Absolutely.
Ask you live on air, so you can't say no.
No, I'm totally game for that. Doing any sort of show, I think, especially collaboration.
I love collaborations, and it's not just real estate or marketing or finance related. I talk about everything: Bitcoin, how to cope with anxiety, stress, yoga, everything.
Isn't that a really big topic right now? Just the mental health awareness and entrepreneurship.
Yeah, I think all of the soft topics are really coming into headlines now because people are just so much more aware, want to be aware, and want to address it. It is a big issue, and I also think the millennial generations like us, we put emphasis on it because we see the effects, and we're preventative.
Well, it's at the same time, it's also that a lot of fields got advertised as such the perfect life so much. Like entrepreneurship, people look at it as a perfect life.
It's almost so much like a trend now. It's weird. I'm not a huge fan of the word entrepreneur, to be honest. Sorry, keep going.
But at the same time, that's it's not good, because people who don't get into that fit into that category, they have trouble. When they do go into it, because it's a trendy thing to do, and they have problems with mental health, they have problems with all sorts of issues, and it's becoming a really big topic right now. And I think that needs to get addressed over and over again. Because people need to realize, even real estate, getting into real estate, I think there's a lot of people who get into real estate that shouldn't be there. Yeah,
because they think it's easy. They're going to be the next Ryan Serhant, make $1 million, be a $1 million listing. It's a great career, but it's definitely the self-awareness behind it and realizing you're not going to make $1 million your first 5 years. And
it requires work.
Yeah, it does. We actually work, guys. They say a third of realtors drop out in Ottawa every year, and 1 out of every 4 realtors don't sell anything all year.
100% they do. 100% they do, because selling a house is not as easy as it looks. You're selling a house.
It's also a huge liability. This is someone's life investment. I mean, a home isn't cheap. The average home in Ottawa is $400K. That's almost $500,000.
It's almost $500,000, and getting into that it's hard. So someone who's really starting off as being a real estate, that's really passionate about it, or someone that wants to get into it, what should be the 3 kind of advice? What's three important things?
So 3 pieces of advice for someone starting out. I'd say be with good people, be around good people, and be with a good brokerage or good company that will really support you and help you. And I think that would be the first one. Or get good mentors or good coaches, and really invest in yourself. The first year I was selling real estate, I wasn't focused on making the money. Yes, the money is a factor and it counts, but it's more focused on growing yourself as a person and growing your business. And secondly, doing it for the right reasons. You can smell commission breath from a mile away. Don't go after the money. Yes, it's good to have goals. Yes, it's good to have sales stats, but do it for the benefit of your seller or your buyer. Just do it in the benefit of your client. They will remember it, and they will pass it on to their friends and family, because referrals are 70% of my business.
Build a portfolio.
Yeah. Build a good portfolio, a good reputation, because that will follow you everywhere you go.
Before you care about the money, we build a good portfolio. As with any service, it is so important that you don't think about the money, because it's not gonna come.
Yeah, that's it. You probably know best yourself as well in your industry, right?
Absolutely.
So do it with value and what's good best for your client.
If you went back to your first year in business, the first time you got into it, what's something that you wish someone told you?
Asking all the hard questions tonight. Something I wish someone told me.
Because for that one guy watching right now, in his first year of real estate business, that's just like, holy shit, like what do I do? Maybe I'm doing something wrong. What's something that you wish that you knew about the industry?
Even now, I'm always learning. Everyone's always learning, because it's changing so quickly with the marketing and even the mortgage rates and how the market works and how the new developers work. Something I wish someone told me to it's probably what I said, just keep learning, and you're not gonna know everything ever. Like, there's so much to learn, and you will not know everything. And something I would say, always go to the events, always go to trainings. I am with an amazing company, Remax, and I love their trainings, I love their events, and that's where I've learned the most. Really grow your network. But that's also a life advice, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just surround yourself with good people, be a good person, show your value, and that's what's carried me through the most, I think.
That's important. Just before we wrap up, guys, there's always I had a question on Instagram, and the question was, how do I find the right realtor? So I guess their question was mostly,
yes,
how do I pick the right person?
I love that question. Thank you to whoever asked that. I love it. There are a lot of realtors, and like I said, a lot of them drop out. And find someone. Don't feel forced to work with someone, because yes, realtors, we're in sales. We're meant to be salesy. We're meant to close as well, right? Find someone you really get along with and that you trust, because if you trust them and they trust you. They don't want to lose your trust either. So interview them, ask them the right questions, talk about their statistics, search them on Facebook, find them on Instagram. Do your homework before just going with anybody. Because like any sales business, it's easy to get into, it's hard to stay into. So definitely 100% do your research, talk to the people you know, and read reviews. Yeah, it's so easy with the internet now, so it's a good thing. It's transparent, right? And if you think they're lying to you or being dishonest, then go with your gut feeling.
Go with the gut feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
The majority of realtors are great, and I love my colleagues, and so I hope whoever you decide to work with is a great fit for you as well.
Awesome, guys. Anna's an awesome realtor.
Thank
if you're
you.
in Ottawa, I would definitely recommend. And thank you for being on the show today. And
thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you guys this Saturday with another guest on the DaniyalZi Show, episode 7. Take care, guys.
Awesome. Bye.